It is both my honor and my privilege as superintendent of Brooke County Schools to present this evening this field to forever be named the Paul Budd Billiard Field. Within your programs this evening is a resume like none other. That resume in your program speaks to not only Coach B's football experiences and awards and accomplishments, but his accomplishments in life. His service to his family, his service to God, his service to this community. We all know what he's done and what he has continued to do. Please take time to read that. Before I acknowledge Coach B, I think it's very important to acknowledge his family, because without them, he's not going to be successful. Carol, you are to be commended and thanked for your support of your husband for all of these years. We know that you helped make him the man and the success that he is today. His three wonderful children, Kim, her husband Mark, her children Kyle and Cody, his son Paul, his children Cross and Bodie, his son TJ, his wife Erin, and children Gianna Maria, Angelo Christopher, and Rocco Joseph. What an amazing father you have. What an amazing family. The Bruin family thanks all of you. The 8 Mountaineer League Championships, 15 trips to the West Virginia State Playoffs, 1979, 80, 81, 82, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 1990, 91, 92, 94, 95, 97. State runners-up, 1980, 1986, 1989, and 1992. And oh yes, let's not forget the state champions, 1985, 1987, and 1990. I was proud to be the cheerleading coach during many of those years. Many great trips, many runners-up, playoffs, state championships. What a ride. Thank you, Coach Paul Budd Billiard.
If I knew this was going to put me through how I feel, I don't think I would have wanted to come here tonight. This feeling is something that's indescribable. To see these kids out here that made us what we are is incredible. This is a very special night. I can't just walk up here, thank you, and go away. I only hope God gives me the words to say the right things. I don't know about you, but I woke up this morning thinking, it's game day. Let's get ready for the game. Thanks for coming out. This is not an easy thing to do. You want to thank so many people, and you hope you don't leave anybody out. I'm honored, humble, and grateful. I'm going to speak to two audiences. One group, those from back in the day. The other group are those who wished they were with you back in the day. They were awesome days. What do you say? Thank you. Thanks to the Brooke County administration that made this possible. To the Brooke High School people, Mr. Pannett, Mr. Blumetti, Mr. Brindley, Mrs. Shute, and my son TJ snuck in there someplace. A special thanks to the people you see here week in and week out. Our EMTs and the fire department who created atmospheres for us, and the police who escorted us. Two things about when we traveled. One, we had a police escort. Two, we had a fruit truck carrying our equipment. Thank you, Chipper. You can't leave them out. I want to thank the media because you have been so supportive to us throughout our career. I want to thank God for giving me the health and the ability to do what I did with so many people that were talented and worked so hard. These people were part of our extended family. Next to God, I want to thank that wonderful family of mine. Their role was to be supportive, but it had to be difficult because their dad was in such a visible position and very controversial, and they were wonderful. I want to thank my wife, Carol, for being my lifeline partner sent from God. She's the most wonderful person in my life. She's my rock, my encouragement, my partner. She could write a book on how to be a football coach's wife. She's tough, never complains, has class and dignity. She's sweet, and she's my boss. I mentioned we had a huge program with many involved. Sadly, we lost some who meant so much to our kids. Bobby Jean Osmond, Mrs. O, our football secretary, and the official mother to Brook football. Raymond Ducky Mosser, my right-hand man and best friend. Mike, the painter, Cicalella, and Ralph Stiff, who started painting in the valley on this field, and it spread throughout the valley. Jerry Winters, a tremendous kid, an outstanding athlete on the 1990 championship team, and just recently, our good friend, Bill Vargo. Please, join me in a moment of silence. Thank you so much. Now, any recognition of this magnitude cannot be received based on the efforts of an individual. So, along with those I have mentioned, here are the people who really made this night possible. Everyone I mentioned has their name in the paint on this field. So when you see my name, deep in that ink are these people. Thank you, players. You are the reason the people came to see us play. You literally played throughout the tri-state area and beyond. You played enthusiastically, competitively, aggressively, intently, like a fine-tuned machine or well-conducted orchestra, with dignity, with class, and with Brook pride. No matter where you go and Brook football is mentioned, it is with respect, and you are the reason. I didn't say it, but the media printed it. You put West Virginia high school football on the national map, and that's a fact. Just fly over this country and look down and realize,
Did you have any trouble getting in when you pulled in? Which way to pull in?
I pulled in over there.
Right way through this way.
Where are you pulling in?
I went through the main gate.
Well, get out of my spot.
Yeah, he said, you got to go out and go back around. I said, you need to find a fucking referee.
I think there's somebody else doing this. I don't know for sure. But we'll get it right. About the kids. You are and always will be the pride of Brook County. You made all this possible. You were beautiful. This includes every student manager, trainer, statistician, student secretary that played a major role in our program. I have told you this before. I love you. I'll say it again. I love you. Thank you to the coaches, trainers, equipment, people, academic advisor, football secretary, guidance counselor, video people, support and custodial staff. I'm not tongue-tied. I'll get it. Priests, ministers, clergy, you were great. About these coaches, I was blessed to have one of the finest football coaching staffs ever assembled in the history of the Ohio Valley or anywhere. You men bought into a program that I was selling and took us to national recognition. You were mature, adult, professional teachers and positive role models who took our athletes and molded them into the great citizens they are today. You left an indelible mark on those kids who are eternally grateful to you. You have so much to be proud of for what you did. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of you. I want to thank our great band. They played Rock and Roll Part 2, the Bud song that had nothing to do with me, and also that special Brook cheer. To the cheerleaders, I wonder if some of them could remember helping me paint the weight room and do so many other things to help me get things done for the kids. I see one over here. They were great. And the dance team, who along with the others, tried to create spirit in the stadium. I want to thank the faculty because what they did, they helped us permeate Brook pride throughout the halls of Brook High School. I want to thank that special administration that hired me and allowed me to have this staff. They believed in us. And I was fortunate to have a principal and an athletic director who were former coaches and knew what it took to run a program of our magnitude. And we had every ounce of their support. They gave us everything that they could. Thank you, boosters and moms and Touchdown Club. Without you, nothing could have happened. You made everything possible. You gave and kept on giving. If I listed everything you did, it would take an entire day. You came week after week without reservation to support us in so many ways. God bless you. And now, you fans, and I want you all to hear this, because I'm being as sincere as I can. Thank you for being the greatest fans and support group imaginable. You set the standard. You were copied, but never matched. You followed us everywhere, no matter where, the time, the place, or the weather. You remember last one out of town, turn out the lights? You remember Wheeling Island Stadium, 30 degrees below, wind chill factor? You remember Laidley Field and 20+ buses and a caravan of green and gold coming down Interstate 77 and pulling in to Laidley Field? You remember that? I do. I remember every minute of it, thanks to you. You remember when you unboarded and went to the stands and had double the fans that the whole South had sitting on the other side? Amazing. That's what you were. You stuck with us to the end. And then I have some very special friends, and I don't mention anybody, but some of them are here tonight that have been part of me and my wife and our family and have been through us, or with us, through everything. And I thank them. When I started, I told you I didn't do this alone. We did. I have two wishes. One, I hope I'm deserving of this. Two, when it's all over, I only hope that I'm remembered for the person I am and not only for what I did. I accept this in behalf of everyone I mentioned, and now this is for you. God, I give thanks for all the people you have sent to me. Befriend me and be with me in good times and bad. Your generosity made me wealthy. Shower your blessings upon them because I love them. Now, let's get this place rocking and be packed. All right.
There we go, baby. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Yes. Let's go up here and sit down, guys. Congratulations, sir. I'll call you G. Your dad, the thing, call you G. Congratulations, Coach. Oh, thank you. Just remember, Coach, it's not just football, it's teaching character. Coach character. Love you, man.
WTOV would like to thank these official corporate partners for their support. WTOV 9, West Liberty University Solutions, and Paramount Preferred Solutions.
That was all right. You're right on the money.
Management Care Organization, and third party.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all over there. Come see us.
Okay, we'll be up.
We'll be up.
Gotta find the
Gotta
place.
get you Kim and Carol.
Okay, I'll get there.
All right.
You're Joey and Maria's boy. All right, that's what you want. That's all right.